everybody. What's today? Thursday? Happy Thursday. Happy, August 1st? Today is August 1st. New beginnings, new money, new goals, new everything. I always like the first of the month. It gets me to, reset, refocus, figure out some things that I want to do, because there's always things to do, guys. Shout out to my Kim Bays and my Kim Boos who've been showing up for me. Give me a minute. Shout out to my Kim Bays and my Kim Boos that's been showing up for me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Sometimes I'll be just going on and nobody can hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear me. We're going to get into this smell test. Everybody's been saying, what is the smell test? What is the smell test? And just was talking about the whole situation with the new expert meeting. People has been talking about that we just discovered just yesterday. Okay, thanks, Blue, so y'all can hear me. So we about to get into and react to Kayla Bumpus, her reaction to this new ex parte meeting where there was nothing but gossiping going on. And yeah, Kayla stepped into the courtroom yesterday for what did she ask for? A Rule 22, a Motion 22. Basically, that's for her to record her own content. She doesn't want to use anyone else's because, as we all know, things get copyrighted, and she just want to make her presence known, getting out of it. And she got whiffed of what was said in that ex parte, and a lot of people didn't like how Love was going about talking about her colleagues. It's just nasty work. It's nasty work. So I wanted to bring this reaction to my Kim Bays and my Kim Boos this morning. Let me know what y'all think. We're going to talk about it. And shout out to Ms. Bumpus, Kayla Bumpus, for showing up and showing out, okay? Let's get into it.
Hold on.
I don't know. Right here, she probably was yelling at her kids or something. I don't know. But
Hi, everybody. How
let
you
me
doing?
see if I can
Thank
skip
you.
it some.
How you? I haven't even been on a minute. Shout out to YouTube, y'all. Let's get the likes up.
Yeah, I heard her get the likes up.
And my friend is like, she comes in there and wakes me up. What time is it? 6:00. I'm like, girl, leave me alone. I'm asleep. Hey, and so yesterday when I was sitting in the courtroom, I'm like, why is my name coming up in something from
She sure did,
June
Blue.
7th? I was in Houston
She
on
not
June
playing.
7th. I don't have nothing to do with June 7th. Maybe they just make saying my name, not too sure. Whatever. Y'all. What Coco do? Coco. Thank you, Coco. Shout out to my moderator. Coco. Thank you, Coco. She does a great job. Thank you so much. She always supports. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you guys for coming. So, y'all know we got so much to get into. We got to get into
It, girl.
This morning with Max. We got to get into ex parte transcript. We got to get into me in the eye roll, me in the gray dress. I went from the green outfit to outfit, y'all.
You know they gonna talk shit one way or another.
Hi, everybody.
So whatever you wear,
Hi,
make sure you wear
no,
right.
I was not there for the ex parte. Had no clue about it. You're not a mod? Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta go fix this. 1 second, y'all.
Let me get to the good part.
Hey, where you at, Coach?
One thing about it.
Daily. Shout out to Thugger Daily. Yes, I regret every positive I ever said about Adrian.
Wow. So it's heavy beef. It's heavy beef in the courtroom. Wow. Come on, girl, get into it.
Whole time today, Thugger Daily. Shout out to Thugger Daily. I'm so thankful for Thugger Daily. I mean, so thankful. So thankful. I just added Coco, Van, and Nurse Chills as my moderators for tonight. Shout out to my moderators. Let's keep the good energy. We got 700 people in. We ain't even been on 5 minutes. I love y'all so much. Oh my, so much. So let's see if we're gonna pass the smell test tonight. I'm gonna go ahead. I don't care even about being monetized tonight. I'm gonna use curse words. I'm gonna do all kinds of stuff. I got a new member. Shout out. Who's my new member? D Davis. Shout out member. Let's go. Got Cat. We going from the beginning. Cat. Hey. I'm in the courtroom. I see Cat's message. Y'all don't understand. I'm really scary. I'm very timid. I'm very shy. Cat kind of
on screen. I went like this, and I was like,
Still here? Shout out to Cat. I'll be watching Cat too.
Where Brian said, "I hope it's worth it." That's the silence I just gave y'all. I was like, "Well, I hope it's worth it," because what's wrong with these people? And I called Cat. First person I call when I get out the courtroom, and then I called Miss Jefferson because, you know, I'm new to this whole internet stuff, but these people have been so great. So I'm just very confused about. I'm just confused because not once have I said anything negative about Adrian, and I'm on the same page with Brian. At this point, the only person I'm about to talk to is Fonnie Willis. I don't want to talk to.
She said she only want to talk to Fonnie.
I don't want to talk to nobody. I barely want to practice law anymore after this because what do y'all got going on?
I don't want you to feel like that.
Maybe I've been feeling like
it's just that office, maybe, because it seems to be a repeat problem. I mean, we heard Brian Steele when he was talking about, you know, he's trying to renew the plea and bar for the fatal flaws in the indictment. He's like, this is another major RICO case. I don't want to mention it. And he says the Trump RICO that this office messed up. So maybe that's just not the right office to go and practice in.
And I have that motion pulled up too, but first we're gonna go through Doug's motion. Kat, you already went through this, so you're very familiar. And a lot of you guys saw this before. And I'm just gonna address this one time. Y'all keep talking about I just did my baby hair today, okay? So I woke up this morning feeling kind of froggy, so I did my baby hair. So y'all can stop telling me I need to get my hair done. But anyway, moving on. Let's get into it. So this is the supplement to Diamante Kendrick's motion for mistrial. And we speaking about Diamante Kendrick, his mother is right over here snoring, guys. Sleep on the couch. She is knocked out. We've had a long day. We don't have to go through this right now, but
y'all, Miss Bumpus, Kayla, homegirl, she is like really plugged in. She said his mom is right there asleep on the couch. Like she's family to these boys. So it's levels to this. And she's standing on business. Shout out to her.
We are going to get into this transcript. So everybody, I was like, I woke up this morning. I decided I'm not going to be on time for court. I don't care. Whenever I get there, I get there. This is not my hearing. One of the first days in a long time court, so I'll get there when I get there. But I wake up to, oh my God, did you see the transcript? Transcript. I wake up to a message from somebody, and I'm pretty sure you guys can guess who it is, that says Adrian Love is a disgusting person. And
I don't think there's a short list of who might say that.
Well, you guys know who I talk to.
Who y'all think she talking about?
It's the shortest list. But probably someone with an M in their name, maybe?
Meg.
So, I'm like, what's going on? So, Kat, what's your favorite part of the transcript?
Honestly,
Melnick,
for me, and this probably sounds stupid, but it's where it's kind of two parts back to back. Hilton says she was just talking and stuff, talking about life issues with Copeland.
Okay, here we go. I know exactly what he's talking about. Very great life experiences. And I'm telling you, I know this transcript right here. Here we go.
Oh, bottom paragraph.
Y'all can see me.
So she says, because I think he was trying to convey to me some concerns he had. And so I was trying to have that conversation because Mr. Copeland and I have been having really good conversations since Friday. Like very, very good conversations. Just not even about the facts of, I don't know what she said, and then the next line's on the other page. She's like, just nice stuff. Not the case, but just life experiences. So I think I was building a rapport with him such that he thought I lied to him. So I was trying to explain to him, and by today about what was going to happen. And it's just like, this stuck out to me. And then there's another part where she says, I went on explaining and explaining.
What?
Before that paragraph.
Doing nothing but gossiping. Nothing but gossiping.
And her point was like, she didn't, I'll search and see what page it was on. Let me pull it up on my end. But thinking, if you had to keep explaining something to him, he's not believing what you're telling him.
Clearly.
It was when he was talking
Why
about
are we
the murder.
explaining anything when this man is represented? And then they say, also they say, okay, where is it at? When he said that we know, what about the part when they say we know you didn't do it?
That one is on, it's line 19 on page 6. Page 6 according to the transcript. So line 19. You're on it already, I think.
Page 6, yep.
That's the paragraph. Explained to him at length. She explained to him at length. Like, that whole paragraph is telling. Miss Hilton explained to him at length that whatever happened that he did in 2015, which is all we're going to be talking to him about.
What you're going to be talking to him about is Wildcat.
Because the defense, you take issue with Melnick saying they're going to hammer you because you're trying to convince him he can go up there and not have to worry about something that's outside the statute of limitations. And Melnick probably told him, their advice sucks. Their advice isn't accurate. It's not good legal advice, and it sounds like legal advice. So if you get up there, and just because they don't ask you about something because they want to get you on the stand and not make you invoke, they can't stop the defense from asking something that they might have a reason to ask. So this is horrible advice, and I think it's weird that she's saying he didn't do the murder. We know that, because technically,
right here,
you don't know.
He didn't do the murder. We know that. How do you know that?
How do you know?
Mm-hmm.
And for the judge to sit there is finding out facts on the record. This is stuff that the judge is finding out that needs to. This conversation, this paragraph should have been.
Hey y'all, if y'all coming in, make sure y'all show me some love. We just listening to Bumpus and a good streamer, Cat Not Williams or Cat No Williams. They're talking about the new ex parte little meeting. It was just a bunch of gossip. Love was talking a lot of shit about people, and she said something about Kayla, and she wanted to address it. So this would her whole reaction yesterday in court. This is what this was for. This, when she looked at Love and gave her the stank face, that was behind this. So keep watching, and we gonna get into what Love was actually saying about Bumpus. And she has some things to say.
Been disclosed to the defense that Hilton has been explaining to him at length that they're not going to ask about certain things. That seems to me like gray area Brady information. It seems like an oral agreement that we're not going to ask you about certain things that could relate to your credibility, that could relate to things that you might be culpable for, or that might inculpate or exculpate our clients. So this whole paragraph is really telling. It makes June 10th look worse. It all makes June 10th look even worse.
No, June 10th, it makes June 10th look better.
Well, no, I mean, as a whole, it makes all of it look worse than we thought.
But I'm just saying this right here is even worse. And when I say that, I say it because in the transcript, I'm standing up in the first couple paragraphs. I'm standing up for Melnick, saying, well, I don't know about that. Melnick doesn't give me those kind of vibes. He's my friend. I don't know the words verbatim. The whole time, you've been talking about me.
She messy.
And I don't even, and my whole thing is, why didn't you never say nothing about me? So we're going to talk about me.
She messy, Kayla. That lady is messy.
First, it just seems like they're going to say you're going to show up. No. So you're going to stand in his place. And then they start ripping into you out of nowhere. They could have just... Ripping. They didn't have to. They could have just said, you're supposed to be here.
I believe in conveying to the court that Miss Bumpus is going to stand in his stead. Miss Bumpus has been, she had to be, she was, the word is. So once again, Miss Love, you can't get your words out. We don't know what you're trying to say. You're making us as you go. And I'm in disbelief. What's the word, girl? The word is I'm looking for. We never got the word. Just like we can never get a yes or no.
Never.
That was like 3 hours of court today was her doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am, yes or no.
Period.
And why can't we get Georgia case law? And why the only Georgia case you ever presented from 1978? Find something safe to do, Adrian.
Not her telling Adrian to find. Hold on.
To her.
Not Kayla telling Adrian to find something safe to do. This is getting slimed out, y'all. She's slimed out.
Because she was in a courtroom trying to Williams. Adrian wasn't in the courtroom. Like I say, I'm about with Brian. She can't never speak to me again. She can never look at me again. That's how Deputy Brown knows better than to talk to me today. He didn't say a word to me. I believe he's been instructed not to talk to me and find some.
Y'all already know Deputy Brown was the mole. Kayla said Deputy Brown was the mole who put out the business of the first or the second ex parte now.
Safe to do as well. But that go for Adrian at that point too. Adrian was not, I'm gonna give y'all the real backstory. Adrian was not even in the courtroom.
Wow.
When I hugged Yak and Thug.
Wow.
Adrian was outside of the courtroom. Simone was in the courtroom. So we'll go through this. And here go Miss Hilton. No, she hugged Diamante Kendrick, which is exactly what happened. I walked up to Yak and gave him a hug. This was an empty courtroom. The only people that was in the courtroom was the defendants and Simone. There were no attorneys. Brian wasn't in there. Nobody was in there. And I walked up to them because it was an empty courtroom. I've never done it if there were people, spectators, family members. I would have never walked up. There was no judge on the bench. There was no court reporter. There was nobody. So I walked up to them and I hugged them. And y'all know how they seated in the courtroom. So Yak is sitting in the front. So I walk up to Yak, hug him. As soon as I turn, Thug is right there. I don't know what kind of claim, but what make y'all think I'm not gonna go hug him too? I go hug him. These people been in custody for 18 months. What make you think they don't deserve a hug? They've been going through this like.
Good morning. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share this out. I'm rocking with Kayla on this. What makes y'all think these people are guilty? These are still innocent people, and Kayla is locked in with the family. This family per se. She did say Thug nephew, her godson. So she has relationships with these defendants, and her giving them a hug, they really dragged it and made it bigger than what I think needed to be. But she's definitely telling y'all what it is. Let's get back into it.
What is a hug? It wasn't inappropriate. It wasn't like it was nothing about it that was inappropriate. And I say this, and I don't mean it lightly. If I walk into courtroom 8C, 8B, 7A, 3D, whatever, and I see a family member, a client, an ex-client, I'm gonna hug them. Because that's just a part of being a counselor. It doesn't have anything to do with being Young Thug. Baby, that they famous to you. To me, this is like a family person. You know, I'm just giving them a hug out of love, out of support. It has nothing to do with who they are. It has everything to do with their person. So I just went in there, and it was no big deal. The deputy did not know who I was. And she simply said, "Who are you?" Thug and Yak both said, "Whoa, we know her. Family, lawyer, leave her alone, cool, whatever." Deputy say, "And let me sit down." So this blows me that Miss Hilton says, in fact, she hugged Diamante Kendrick and hugged Mr. Williams. And that's how Captain Kendall saw her, and Captain Kendall had her taken out. That's nice. I was never taken out of the courtroom. Like, that is such a lie. And even if it was the truth, it happened 2 months before I knew Melnick was going on vacation, before I knew I was standing in. And Milton is very aware of who I know and who I am. So I have Rachel, y'all. Hey, Rachel. Rachel knows how upset I was. She was right there.
I'm upset rereading that transcript. Really pisses me off.
It gets worse.
I mean, yeah, I said the smell, what did she say, doesn't pass the smell test.
Now, mind you, y'all know Kayla and Rachel, they had beef. They had heavy beef. Kayla took Rachel ID one time, and Kayla said Kayla wouldn't give her ID back. But it's all squashed. They all good, and now Rachel, I'm telling you, her mouth is crazy. Back into it.
We haven't even got there yet, Rachel.
Oh wow, fine. Sorry, but Adrian, you don't pass the smell test. Shame on you. Okay, but I'm
And
listening.
Hilton, that makes the when Woody said she stank. It's even funnier than Hilton. Somebody clip it. Somebody clip Kayla in court with that clip of Woody going to
Heather, smell test. And hold on. So, anyways, long story short, she says Captain Kendall has me taken out, and then the only reason knows y'all stop calling her Miss Love. Her name Adrian. So the only reason Adrian.
She said, "Do not call Adrian Miss Love. Her name is straight Adrian." Oh, she's straight up disrespect.
Adrian.
Yeah, no, not even that. We're just gonna call her Adrian. So because she calls me, I'm gonna tell you how she addresses me and how she titles me. We're gonna get there in a second. Girl, you wasn't even in. I seen Adrian outside the courtroom. I said, girl, what's going on in there? Like I told y'all, I've been honest with y'all. I have not followed this case, so I did not know everything that was going on. I didn't know what was happening in the courtroom. So, I just know Adrian. So I'm like, what's going on in there? Them people trying to put me in jail for hugging Thug. What's up? That's the only reason she know I was trying to hug Jeffrey Williams. She was not in the courtroom. And then you just say anything. That's how you know that lady just say anything.
Well, it's like she got all the emails wrong. Yeah.
Anyway, we go to the last part right here. Then that's when we get to Rachel's part.
Oh
right
man, I just can't even stand it. And we got to you already went over the part where Adrian was talking about what homework her and the judge were going to be doing.
Oh no, we go to back.
Oh, that was good too.
That was good too.
I'm wondering what kind of text messages were going back between them.
Phone calls, all kind of stuff.
I don't think it was just in court.
No, because the judge even says we need to address this over the weekend. So then she says, Miss Bumpus is going to be here. Miss Bumpus, this is how she titles me. Bumpus, hugging Mr. Kendrick and Mr. Williams, is going to here representing the interests of Kenneth Copeland, who is supposed to testify against Mr. Kendrick and Mr. Williams. This is where we are. That doesn't pass a smell. Bitch, you don't pass a smell test. Like, I don't know what's wrong with her.
Oh my goodness. I know that's right, Blue. This confirmed what I've been thinking. She definitely is gang. She rocks with them. This is her family. She is standing on business. She said, bitch, who is you talking to?
She's worried about all the wrong things. She's upset that she's not going to be able to get her witness to the witness that she wants to say certain lawyers were advising him.
Oh, wait, and if y'all don't know, the reason why Hilton has to speak to Woody, Love cannot ask or cross-examine or examine or be the person. Hilton has to ask these questions because there is a conflict of interest in another case involving Love where she cannot question Woody. Just so y'all know, if y'all was wondering.
Based on his best interest, she disagrees because it's not in her best interest.
Yep,
that's what's happening. And then she's complaining to the judge like a big baby.
Yes.
And it's like fifth grade. It's like fifth grade stuff. Like, oh, she was hugging Devontae. No, she was hugging Jeffrey. No, she was hugging both. I mean, are we 15 years old?
Yes.
Chad, what motion is that? Doug's motion where he says is that this motion that we have pulled up?
Where he calls her them yentas?
Yes.
Gossiping yentas?
Yeah. I can tell you that's Yiddish.
What page? Oh, here it goes, right here. It is not a fair trial. In an ex parte meeting, Glanville, Love, and Hilton gossip like yentas over a 13-page transcript about attorney Shardt, Melnick, and Steele.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, you can look at the dictionary, but that's like Yiddish for being gossiping women.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really what it is. It's like, that relationship between this and the judge is incredibly concerning, and I'm hoping that Judge Whittaker, I mean, for better or worse, I know she is concerned about Adrian being honest and truthful, so I'm really hopeful that she understands just how this goes.
Wait, and I already told y'all that Judge Whittaker and Adrian Love, they used to work in the same office. Like they were like really colleagues. They were coworkers. They were on the same side at one point. So Whitaker knows love work ethics and vice versa. They worked together in previously. So I don't know if it's any bad blood or what, but we gotta just pay attention. Yep, she did, Blue. Mm-hmm.
I think Max Shardt was the one that said that, like, you can't start giving them a fair trial at witness 76. Like, it doesn't. Yeah. The fact that they have not had a fair trial. I mean, it basically, he doesn't want to totally understand exactly what they're asking for at this point, but
they want a dismissal and acquittal.
Trash dump.
That's what they want.
All over they're worried about outside influencers, and even today, Judge Whitaker was talking to you about how, like, you know, what's going on over there, meaning where the public sits, is distracting. It's called a public courtroom, ma'am.
Okay, so Rachel, I don't know, you might not know about this. Today I went live because there's a deputy in there, and I totally threw you in the fire today. You don't even know about it because I told him not to tell you. So yesterday I was sitting in the courtroom, and I had just gone in the courtroom because I had been out on a Zoom hearing for the beginning of their court, handling real life stuff. And I, being respectful. So I went in the courtroom after lunch, and this deputy comes in, Deputy Brown, and he removes me from the courtroom and tells me I'm a member of the public. I can't sit on.
Oh, he talked to me today, so don't worry about it. I don't know if he didn't feel comfortable moving me, but I just went and sat there.
Well, then he lied because he told his supervisor he didn't know you was in the courtroom, because when I came in there, they told me there's another attorney in there. I know it's you. And she even has to sit on the last row. Mm-hmm. And I said, okay, so in the courtroom, and you're sitting
in the last row then.
You're sitting in the second row. So I walked back out, and I was like, dang, it's really crazy that there was a big scene being made about me sitting on a certain row. And there's another attorney who's minding her business, not anything, silent. But yet she gets to sit on the second row, but you come and you cause a big scene. He yells my name, and he calls me Bumpus. So long story short, spoke to the supervisor, and she brought up things that I did. She said he has no business calling you Bumpus. Your name is Attorney Bumpus.
Oh.
The fact that he even calls you Bumpus is a problem.
Yeah, like, we're not friends, so don't do that.
I don't know you.
Yeah, no, exactly. But he mentioned that to me today, and I was like, oh, well, shit. I literally sat there because I like to be near exits, and I don't like to sit in the middle of a row. And I just thought to myself, I'll sit there, I'll ask for forgiveness. But then I told him I'm not even asking for forgiveness. I did sit. He told me to sit in the back. I just didn't listen. Why? It's a row that's empty. They're treating people. It's a public courtroom.
Mm-hmm.
The way that they're acting, both Judge Glanville and Judge Whitaker are a little bit annoyed. Want to come in and see this? It's a high-profile case. What do you think is going to happen?
Exactly.
Well, I'm going to keep people out of it. So let more people stream it. Right. Let people in the courtroom. Let people stream it.
Right.
Okay, Kat, can you play your thing, or you want me to do it? Do you have the time marker of when I start? Because I have it pulled up. I just don't have the time.
Okay, but guys, as I told you, Kayla, I'm like hungry all the time these days. So I'm going to like eat and sleep. But I'm hopefully I'll come back on soon because I'm hoping that we have a lot more to talk about. But yeah, Kayla, I saw some of the live comments about you. We were right about all the fun things that people were saying. So all great.
Rachel.
All great.
Wait, what did he say? Wait, what happened? What happened?
Just how cute you are.
Oh, we were right. I know. That's what
and at the end when you walked by,
she gave a stank face.
And I don't even know the guy's name because, like, who cares? You gave a great face. It was a great face.
It was the face.
That's right. But you have the support of all the other attorneys. They can't help that.
Yeah, Blue. I don't think they getting on today because we would have been started already unless it's a late start. But I was trying to figure out what happening with the stream today with court. I don't know. Anybody else know? Drop it in the chat. What's going on with court today? I couldn't find anything. Don't worry about my nails. I'm getting my nails done today. Mm-hmm.
You're an attorney.
Rachel, did you tell everybody your news? Because how do they know this?
Is she pregnant? Yeah.
How do they know this?
Yeah. She mentioned on her other stream, your first stream.
So Phil Holloway mentioned it. I was just on another. I told him I actually have I have like family members that don't know, but
Girl, we do not care. Congratulations.
Hopefully late January.
Early February, maybe. Or February.
That's cool. Myself.
Thank you.
Cool. You're like,
All right, Rachel.
Be encouraging. One should be the respect of the court.
The respect
it can't be that distracting for me to be sitting there not bothering anybody.
But also, you got your deputy yelling my name, telling me to step outside the courtroom. That's the distraction, sweetheart.
That is the distraction. The deputies are coming in and out. It's not us. But I can distract. I can be distracting if they want me to be. I'm like, don't push me. But yeah, I mean, apparently, and now we can't even go. At one point, I went over talking to Jeffrey. I don't know if we can even do that anymore. I probably didn't hug him, but the fact that I'm like, I just think to myself just how ridiculous that is, that the way that they talked about attorneys getting involved, that we reached out to, I represent some of the girlfriend, fiancés of some of these defendants. And no, I didn't reach out to them. No, I didn't solicit business. But even if I did, I'm representing them. You have to respect that, prosecutors. They just, like, how John Melnick or you came to represent Copeland is none of their business. Straight up.
And then Adrian says to me, and it's like all coming full circle.
Yeah.
Because in that meeting, I don't know if this is in the transcript or not, but she says in the meeting, she says, y'all know Jacoby, right? So.
Jacoby Hudson?
Yeah. She's like, I don't know who's worse, you or Jacoby.
Oh, yeah, Blue. I don't think it's coming on then.
And I'm like, what?
Get into the mess.
Talk about,
It's on behalf of Lucci.
Oh, what'd she say about Lucci? Oh, let me run back. What'd she say?
They're mad that people represent their clients. That's why they're not defense attorneys.
But we got finally sending letters to Lucci.
Oh, she did. She sure did.
I don't know how that
Wow.
How that shook out is shocking to me.
I want to see the motion for the.
I just feel like the whole rumor behind Nut and Fonnie got some truth in it. I don't know to what extent, but she does. Fonnie does step in for Lucci. Y'all know Lucci. Nut was his homie, and he got off good with his Rico. So I do think some of that rumor behind Nut and Fonnie got some truth to it. What y'all think?
Community order for Copeland. I want to see the motion. I didn't see it yet, but I want to see it so badly.
Adrian's talking about how she's so concerned that no one's thinking about the best interests of Copeland. If they don't want to see him go to jail, the only people that are threatening him are them. Stop it. I'm like, it's not like you're not, John Melnick's not. The only people that are going to put him in jail and have him sit there would be you, Adrian. Like, you're concerned. You don't let something that's not in the best interest of the DA's office doesn't mean it's not in the best interest of the witness.
Yeah, and that's what we kind of talked about today. What Bruce was saying. Can they please stop talking to these witnesses that are on the stand?
That's sworn in.
Having these meetings while witnesses are on the stand, and it's inappropriate.
And Love tried to say it's fine that there's case law that supports it. And
but not in Georgia. But not in Georgia. I haven't found anything in Georgia.
When Blue support it, she never trouble for doing the wrong thing, so she keeps doing it. Which is part of the problem. They want to say that she lacks the duty of candor to the court. She definitely does, but she keeps lacking candor to the court because no one actually puts their teeth into anything.
Exactly.
And that's what bothers me is that she can handle a few, side remarks from the judge on the record. She'll put her name on the board. She doesn't mind sitting for a minute, but she needs much more. She needs an out of school suspension.
Yeah, she tried to talk to me when she walked out the courtroom today, and I straight up rolled my eyes and ignored her because it's just.
Somebody said she needed some back shots. Maybe she need to be piped. Oh my God.
It's like, it's not the fact of that you said that. It's the fact of that. It's like throwing rocks and hiding your hand.
Yeah.
You said these things to me, and then you came to try to be my friend 2 days later.
Two-faced.
You didn't say any of these things to me. And the whole time I've been on YouTube, I'm thankful that a lot of people have supported me and followed me and joined my streams. I've never said anything negative about Adrian. I've tried to be neutral, but at this point,
I can't say the same. But our beef goes way deep, and the things that she does to the little man, to the people that are particularly important, if she's doing this in these big cases, I just want you to know she's very comfortable doing it when the person doesn't matter to most people.
Right.
I've experienced that signs with her that, going into this case, I would never be involved. I mean, that courtroom day in and day out. Because like Matt Shardt said he said his bald head is steaming or something.
The hairs are standing up on his bald head. They're steaming out of his head.
She will, even if he
Right.
he
ain't hitting it right, Blue.
Current situations don't need to be volatile into like absolute like war conflicts. Yeah, like what's her beef with you? It's just so. Oh, I'm with you 100%. I'll be back in court soon. Sitting there, maybe I'll be in the back. I'll sit in the back row. Whatever.
I'm going in the back row from now on.
Sit on the floor in the back.
Ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, you should have just sat next to me. What are they going to do? And
I thought about sitting next to you, but I was like, oh my God, I'm so tired of these people.
Yeah, nobody wants to be like told that they can't sit somewhere. And just as an attorney, first of all, it's a public courtroom. There was room on that bench. There was no room on the back two benches, unless I wanted to sit. Don't put babies in the corner. We don't belong in the corner. And I want to be able to see what's going on, and I have a right to be there. Okay, I love you guys. Kat, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Kayla, that was really fun in court today, and DeMonte Kendrick's mom cracked me up, by the way.
She's right here asleep.
Oh, fucking love her. She's, pardon my language, she's absolutely hysterical. Had fun with her today. Absolutely.
Yes.
Wouldn't want her on my bad side.
Get some rest.
Good night and good luck, everybody.
Thank you.
Rachel.
Rod, I thought the judge was going to talk about the mistrial removal of the other two. I think she already talked about that.
They're not being
They
removed.
took some of it under advisement. There's still outstanding motions. Doug Weinstein, what we're seeing as an exhibit with the attached transcript is really a supplement to his motion for a mistrial. So some of that stuff is still outstanding. The I thought she said no to the disqualification, but someone corrected me and said that wasn't the case. But
I thought she did too.
Denied that, the disqualification.
I thought she said she denied it too. I honestly, my opinion is that Judge Whitaker wants to try this case.
Yeah, but
she really to everything about Steele's plea and bar today. She was tuned all the way into that.
Yeah.
And that might just come down to her granting a certificate of immediate review, not granting, his motion, his initial motion for it, his initial plea. But I think she really listened. That was a long argument. It was like 45 minutes, 50 minutes. They were talking about the fatal flaws in the indictment.
Yeah, I mean, and I also she talked about that this is, and I guess so. Is it my understanding? Correct me if I'm wrong. That Bruce Harvey has what is this? Guys, I'm catching up. What is this? He has this rule. He says the Harvey rule of inclusion. So has everybody joined in on everything?
They have to opt out rather than wasting the time to all opt in. If they want to be included from something,
they gotta
have
opt
to
out.
Explicitly opt out.
That's what it is. Okay, so they have to explicitly opt out. So I know when she said today, early, I think all of the defendants agreed with. I don't see anybody else that filed a motion, but all of them agreed that the game count was deficient, or all of the game counts were deficient.
Yeah, she's standing on business.
That's really important stuff because if something's in the indictment, a defendant doesn't technically know what they're supposed to defend themselves against. So, and did you hear what Brian Steele said? And I don't know if it's unusual. It sounded like he said it for a reason. But he said that in November of 2023, it was the state that drafted the 13-page order that Judge Glanville signed. So the state wrote what Glanville actually ended up signing.
Yeah.
Or are they not on the same team?
Or they're not on the same team.
When he said that, I couldn't believe I heard it, and I wasn't exactly sure I heard it, and I had to confirm it after one. But, they've been on the same team.
So this is what Brian just filed, if I'm not... Is this it? Yeah.
Oh, and it could be sounds like the order that the state might have drafted for Glanville to sign.
Yep.
Explains the bolding. Yeah, that explains the bolding down there.
November 22nd. Having considered the motion argument, RICO is not a specific intent. Come on. The court finds. I mean, I remember
looks like something Love wrote. Look at all the bolding and underlining. This looks like how Love writes her responses.
Williams alleges that count 58. I definitely remember count 58 coming up today. Fails to allege mens rea. And mens rea means pretty much and that you wanted to do it. It was a willful intent, that it was something on your mind. It's a Latin word that pretty much in criminal law means that you have to have mens rea for certain crimes, which means that you wanted to do this, you planned to do this, it was willful. And it's just interesting that she said something about the did unlawfully possess and control marijuana with the intent to distribute. But I thought that there were like 15 people in the house and the marijuana wasn't found anywhere near him. I also thought that was dismissed. Well, there we go. We have Judge Glanville's signature on it. So this is definitely drafted by the state.
I mean, that's the way they bold everything.
That's what's that boy, the mom back there snoring.
Were you able to pull up the part?
Oh, yeah.
Can you present? And so, guys, I did not know that. I honestly thought I was just going to submit this Rule 22, and the judge was going to either sign it or give me a reason. But literally today, I'm already on my way to court, and I get an email saying we're going to take up your Rule 22, and I'm like, well, take up some.
Yeah, I had to stop for a second. I had to take a phone call. My bad. But guess what? Cardi done filed for divorce from Offset, from all his cheating allegations. She filed for divorce, just to let y'all know.
I'm like asking everybody who has Rule 22s, like, did someone talk to you? Did you have to get up and talk? You know, I hate, even though I'm a lawyer, I hate talk. And so the whole time I'm like, oh my God, I'm so scared, because it's different when you do that you always do, but I've never done a Rule 22, so I don't know the question she's going to ask. So I've looked through the rule, I looked through the statute, like, okay, I know the factors, I know what's to be said, but one of the things about the Rule 22 is that a hearing is not required unless someone objects. So I'm wondering, like, did somebody waiting? Like what is about to happen? But I knew for a fact when I got up that I wasn't going to get away from that mic without letting them know I passed the smell test. Okay.
Hi, where's Miss Bumpus? That's
Yeah, it is Kayla.
Rule 22.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Where's Miss Bumpus gave me a
So you filed a Rule 22 at what, 11:10 or so
Yesterday.
That's fine. The night before. So, and you had said that you wanted to start recording for yesterday. I didn't even know you had filed it until we were finished with the court yesterday afternoon at 4 something, because it came in so late. And normally the Rule 22s go to our public information office. I know about it now, and so I have provided notice to all of the parties, and I will listen now to or ask if there is objection from any of the parties or witnesses or victims to the Rule 22 filed by Ms. Bumpus.
It's like
real, what are you looking to do?
I just want to be able to record what's going on in the courtroom.
All right. And you had already, I guess, yesterday live streamed somebody else's.
Yeah, someone tried to object in private.
What is that person's name?
Miss Sylvia.
Okay.
The one in pink.
All right. So there are an inordinate number of separate Rule 22s in this case. Anyway, I'm not really sure why everybody is not using the pooled media that is already, I mean, it's like 8 or 10 media organizations are using one pool, and then there's Miss Sylvia who has a separate one, and then lots of people who have the ability to take still photography and audio, and it just it's a lot. It's like 8, 9 different things. But I am not sure that yet another person doing essentially the same thing adds to.
Oh my God, Blue. Stop. Everybody was shouting Bumpus out with this dress. One thing about it, when you show up, you got to show out. And that's exactly what she did. She knew that she was going to get the attention. She knew it was going to be streaming. So she did what she needed to do with the dress and all.
The public's access to this proceeding, there is 24/7 coverage of this, a pooled camera, and Miss Sylvia's separate video recording that you can access anyway, apparently. So, I mean, if you want to be heard as to how that either increases the public's access or helps with the dignity of the court or administration of justice or the truth-finding function of this proceeding, listen to what you have to say.
Your Honor, I'll be brief. I just would like to say that at any point, these other people who are part of this pool, they have logos and they can pull what I am streaming on my personal YouTube and do copyright issues. They have their own logo on there. Mm-hmm. And also, I don't always want everything that they are streaming. I don't need the full court hearing all the time. There are specific parts that I need to reference and inform the public of what's going on. And that's in here. And I'm just trying to do everything right so that I can, pass the smell test.
Okay, so with regard to, I mean, obviously you can let the public know anything you want to, and you can blog, vlog. Any kind of opinion you want to about the case, and you can obviously
she is
also
cracking
sit here and watch all of the proceedings. Are you saying that you can't use somebody else's, like, the news media coverage?
It has their logo on it at any time, copyright and take it from me.
Okay.
From my page.
Have you asked anybody other than, is Miss Sylvia okay with you using her? Because honestly,
I know Sylvia was psyched up. She said my name was mentioned in the YSL case. Sylvia, shout out to Sylvia, infamous Sylvia. Going to jail.
No, Sylvia, say no.
It's a little bit disruptive to have essentially phones in court. I mean, it ought to be that unless you are somebody who has a Rule 22 already in effect, or you are an attorney in the case, you shouldn't have your phone out or on or anything part of the courtroom.
No, it's not.
And I find it to be I find there to be security concerns with having to constantly figure out.
My whole thing with that part is that's definitely Deputy Brown. Also, did I let you guys know Deputy Brown is normally assigned to Judge Whitaker? So that's the courtroom that he's assigned to. So he has a very good relationship with her. So he had to tell her something about me complaining about my phone. But my thing is, any other courtroom I go into, whether I'm on the case or not. Because I'm an attorney, they're not going to tell me to turn my phone off. They're not going to say about my phone because I'm an attorney. So I just feel like that same respect, like Rachel said, should be. I saw them try to take a judge's phone today that came and sat in.
Wow.
A judge that just.
I didn't know that.
She came and sat there for like 15 minutes, and they tried to take her phone. For what? What are you guys like? What are we gonna do with these phones?
What is the problem?
That sounds distracting.
What's distracting? The only thing distracting.
No. The person trying to ask, like this someone walks in the courtroom.
Right. Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
These people are crazy.
Like you trying to cover up something. Y'all trying to hide something.
Go crazy today.
Wow.
Oh, hold on, we gotta look for his head.
Now, shout out to Mac
Wait,
Shardt.
I wonder if I could search for steaming.
He did his thing.
In the transcript for the episode, and it'll tell me right when it's happening.
I haven't even seen it. So this is gonna be my first time watching it. And
Oh.
I just went straight to the courthouse because I'm like, transcript. What are you guys talking about?
Okay, let me make sure this is actually. It was early. He got up right away, but he was up for a while. So let me make sure this is the right.
Let's see.
Hurry up.
His voice.
Shardt went off, okay?
Here's a video of a woman using the Wi-Fi detector to discover the hidden camera in what appears to be her Airbnb. And it looks like the person...
Y'all be safe out there.
Your Honor, I'm speaking for my...
Sorry,
There
I didn't
you
mean
go.
to start playing it.
I know that's right. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yesterday, we received the transcript. The transcript that was
Here
the
we go.
transcript of an
Here we
ex
go.
parte meeting that occurred on Friday.
Right, this is the
Before
one.
Monday.
Just so we're clear for the record purposes. This is the transcript I gave y'all at the end of each day that reflects Miss Love had said, oh, yeah, we had, and in court on the red ex parte discussion that led to the Monday, June 10th ex parte. So that's what you're talking about.
It'd be more artful, yes.
Okay.
We were made aware, leading to the recusal of Judge Glanville, that there was an ex parte meeting that occurred on Monday, June 10th. We were not told by the state, we're not told by the judge that had occurred. About it, luckily, and by happenstance. We then demanded a transcript. We complained about said ex parte, appropriate ex parte meeting.
So I hope Max doesn't get mad at me for this, but I'm gonna say this. Like, so when Hallway Chronicles, so I'm talking to him about this, and he's like, he did not even realize knows who I am. So I'm pretty sure they wouldn't share anything with me that they didn't want shared. But he did not realize that he thought defense. Well, I can't speak for the defense, but multiple people thought that the transcript that they were getting was actually conversations on the 10th that happened prior to us going into the chambers. They did not actually realize that it was
The whole separate.
day. Okay, go ahead.
I had the same question too. I thought maybe they were looking transcripts of the proceedings on the 7th, not an in-chambers meeting.
So. They did not realize that's what they were getting when they read it.
No wonder he's pissed. And Doug was too. He wrote the motion.
At no point, when the court finally acknowledged that there was an ex parte meeting that occurred on Monday, June 10th, at no point did court or the state at that point acknowledge, oh, by the way, there was another ex parte meeting that occurred on 7th.
We find that out yesterday.
We sat there after finding out about one ex parte meeting and having to drag the truth out. We sat there and the state and their co-conspirator, the trial group, were silent about the first ex parte meeting that happened on June 7th. What happened in that meeting on June 7th? The state went in and defense counsel, the state, with no one else there, trashed a fellow member of the bar, Mr. Melnick, trashed another fellow member of the bar, Caleb Bumpus, presume the guilt of all these individuals, including my client Shannon Stillwell, and all but accused myself and Mr. Steele of being co-conspirators in this YSL enterprise. And the judge agreed. And the judge said in this ex parte meeting, I've observed these things. The judge presumed the guilt of all the defendants. The judge presumed the guilt of myself and co-counsel Mr. Steele. And all this, people have been saying to me, this whole trial, why does Judge Glanville have it out for you? And it never made sense. And I don't assume bad motives of anyone. Why did Judge Glanville, when you did nothing wrong, try to throw you in jail? Accuse you of
Yeah, Shardt said it's up and it's stuck.
Why does he only yell at you, tell you to sit down and be quiet? Why does he cut you off at every opportunity? Why did he try to throw Brian Steele in jail for 20 days for doing what was right?
Look at love.
And I didn't have an answer. And then yesterday I received, and I appreciate that, Judge. I appreciate someone finally being open about what's going on here. And I received a transcript. And in that transcript, the trial judge, who's not only assuming the guilt of my client, but is assuming the guilt of me and my friend Mr. Steele. This is gross. This is disgusting. But it's all starting to make sense. It clicked when I read that transcript last night. This is not okay. Nothing about this is okay. These gentlemen have a right to a fair and impartial judge. And I appreciate the fact that you are going to be a fair and impartial judge. But the reality, Judge, is that they don't have a right to a fair and impartial judge starting on witness 76 of a trial after 9 months or whatever it is. They have the right to a fair and impartial judge from the beginning. And this is absolutely disgusting.
No, that's right.
And the bottom line is there's a lot more discussions that need to be had about this. But the bottom line is, if you ask me, do we need to revisit the rulings of the judge who sits in chambers secretly and talks to the other side and says, yes, I've been observing this. I've been observing this about what's going on in the trial. The judge that says, not only I'm going to meet with you on Friday and on Monday, but if we need to talk during the weekend, yeah, we can do that. The judge that handing Mr. Copeland a list of questions. Do we need to revisit those rulings? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We need to revisit everything. This is broken, and it's okay. It's not okay. It's offensive, and it's not your fault, Judge. You didn't do this. I'm not trying to raise my voice at you. I'm heated right now.
I can tell.
My steam's been coming off my bald head all night. Nothing about this is okay. Yes,
Nothing.
We need to revisit everything.
I know that's right.
Thank you. And I think
Somebody had to do it. Somebody had to say
Any
it.
thoughts on it before we get to
I want to hear what she has to say.
Well, don't forget, Love said you didn't watch this. You didn't see
No, this is my first time.
Because we need to watch what she says and what the state says, what they care about after the fact.
I understand you being upset and why you and probably some of your fellow defense counsel on this side of the room are upset. I do not think that everything you said is a fair characterization of what that
You don't
June
know the
7th
context.
transcript reflects, but once we have the official copy, that'll be made a part of the record, and that will show what actually happened, what actually was said. As to any kind of legal that may have been made with regard to rulings prior to Mr. Copeland's testimony, assuming this case goes forward, assuming there is any kind of conviction, I then assume that there will be a motion for new trial phase, which at that point I can appropriately revisit things, and then potentially an appeal at which things can be raised. I am
In 2 years.
considering reading what y'all gave me yesterday to make a ruling on the substantive matters of that ex parte, and I can hear the June 7th ex parte as well, because I suspect y'all asked me to do that. And If I determine that that is such, that there was coercion, constitutional or structural error, then I will grant a mistrial. If not, then the case will move forward and we can.
At least she entertained the word mistrial. So we got somewhere with that, but we still got to listen to what she is actually saying. I like how she handling it too. Somebody got her ear and said, "Do not make it easy for a mistrial, though, because it's clear as day this is not. They're not getting a fair trial."
Consider again all of the evidentiary rulings with regard to the videos and audios that might be used with Mr. Copeland, because that's what we are on the stand with right now. I know this is hard to do, but I would like for everybody to try to take some deep breaths and move forward professionally. A lot of what y'all are talking about doesn't make it any easier, but it happened a month ago. I know tempers flared all around, but we need to move forward with this in whatever way it's going to move forward in a calm and professional manner, okay? So, then with regard to what we need to do evidentially, I guess I will need to hear from the state as to what y'all think it's very likely for you to be using while you're examining Mr. Copeland, and then I will entertain evidentiary objections, responses, and we'll consider what's coming in.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're getting that ready as we speak to present to the court. And I'd also like to thank Your Honor for the reminder regarding professionalism. I was going to ask that the court require that we adhere to that. Being called co-conspirators is not something that I would encourage, no more than I would expect to level of assertion that Mr. Shardt is a defendant. So I'd ask that that all sides be required here to the court's admonition.
Okay, well, again, the transcript will reflect what was actually said in there, and there are some allegations that if I were an attorney and it were leveled against.
Yeah, she said something in there. She was over there gossiping, and now you want people to be professional. No, they pissed.
Me, I mean, I am an attorney, but you know what I mean, practicing in a case.
Let me see. Let me run it back.
I mean, I am an attorney. What was actually said in there, and there are some allegations that if I were an attorney and it were leveled against me, I mean, I am an attorney, but you know what I mean, practicing in a case, I would be a little hot under the collar as well. Not
Absolutely.
y'all had potentially legitimate concerns. I don't honestly at this point right now need to rehash all of that. But the reminder is to everybody, okay? And I mean, I've said it, so let's act.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
So, if you think of Love waited for all of that to be said, then Whitaker's like, we need to talk about evidence, and she's like, yeah, let's move on. But hold on first, I just want to thank you for reminding everybody to be professional. Like, excuse me.
Because at what point did you think it's professional? You can get me wrong. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Right, Blue.
Personally, I'm a lawyer. I've been a lawyer going on 8 years, and I don't think it was a legal jargon to say that I don't pass the smell test. When do you decide to be professional? I mean, because there are so many ways that you could say that without saying it like that. You can say that doesn't sit right with you. I mean, there's just so many better ways that could have been said if you felt the need to say it, number one. Number two, my whole point in rolling my eyes and doing all that at her was because that's what she constantly, nothing about that is professional. She's right in front of the camera. She's right in front of the jury. I think Attorney Adams argued, was that Attorney Adams?
Yeah, not today. I didn't see it.
No.
I heard
Weeks ago
a long time
about,
ago,
like, could she stop making these faces? Could she be considerate that she's right in front of the jury? She does what she wanted to do. She says what she wants to say. She also says that she wants She gives assignments to the judge. When has she been professional? She brings up this same motion 4 times. 4 times. I don't understand how that's professional. She lies. She brings up case law from states that are not relevant. She brings up case law from 1978. She completely disregards Georgia's discovery statute. So at what point has she been professional? Please let me know. The young lady can't even put on a jacket that fits. She also Jungle Book as her opening statement. We can see right there. She quotes, "These are the rules of the jungle," and refers to defendants as animals. Sorry, y'all. The hair on my bald head is stinging.
What was that you said about your baby hairs this morning?
I did my baby hair.
You can't let them steam out.
Yeah, they gonna sweat out because y'all. This won't do my baby hair no more. At first I was doing my baby hair every day. Now I'm so stressed out. I don't know what to do.
I can't. It makes no difference to me.
But
in fact, I think of the clip. I think the clip of, I forget. I think it wasn't Adrian Bean on Adams, and then Max
Woody.
Say anyway.
All right, so that's
so long ago.
That's pretty much all they was talking about. That's pretty much her stand on why she said what she said yesterday about the smell test. We see that there was another ex parte just with the Hilton Love in Glanville. They were having a kiki moment. They were in there gossiping. They're throwing everybody under the bus, and this is why Glanville was acting the way he was acting. He was having side conversations with the prosecutors, only hearing one side, and of course they were going to drag everybody on the opposite side in their favor. So at the end of the day, there's no court today for some reason. I haven't figured that part out yet. I'm not sure when it's coming back on. Probably Monday. Cause tomorrow what is it? Yeah, today Thursday. Yeah, so I don't think there's court on Fridays anyway. So okay, Blue, I'ma go steal them. Go take them off my page. You could do that. But I will be back later, y'all. And see what's going on and get some tea, some celebrity tea. Today Thursday. Today is Tea Time Thursday. I think we is on today. We're running it today 30. So make sure y'all put y'all bell notifications on for me, Miss Me, and Vicky. The tea is hot this week. We is gonna get into some things. I just wanted to run down this famous smell test thing. Oh, okay, Blue. I just wanted to get into this situation with Bumpus because she put it on the floor. She's standing on business. And that's just that. And we will see where things go from here. And I will see y'all. Before y'all go, make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share. Make sure y'all subscribe. And I will see y'all on the next one. Bye, y'all.